Joining us is Freedom Caucus Chair, our friend Andy Biggs from California. Congressman, good to have you back. Also, the House Committee on Oversight and Reform ranking member James Comer is with us from Kentucky. Thank you both for being with us. All of this predictable. I mean, I can imagine that if Mother Teresa, Amy Coney Barrett, has never weighed in on abortion and said that she doesn't think it's ever going to be overturned, period. And by the way, if it was, it doesn't make abortion illegal. This is a red herring argument that the left makes. She's going to take away civil rights. She's going to take away your Obamacare. Well, how did it work out? Not too well, Congressman Biggs.
Yeah, no, this is typical that we expected. I mean, even last week before she was named, you have a member of the House Judiciary Committee railing on her Catholic religion, saying the president has appointed basically too many Catholics to the federal courts. It's despicable. They're attacking her adoption of 2 children from Haiti. And you know, Sean, this is exactly what we expected because they have nothing to go on. This is a great pick who's qualified legally as a judge as well, and she has virtually no character flaws that are discernible. So they're going to attack on the fringes, and they are the fringes attacking her. She'll be a great justice.
Congressman Comer, I mean, and we have to point out here, what the Democrats now, as a result of this, are threatening. They are threatening to end in the Senate the legislative filibuster. They are threatening to pack the courts. They are threatening to eliminate the Electoral College or begin the efforts through a constitutional amendment to do such. They are saying that they can impeach the president every day of the week. They will impeach the attorney general as well. They've absolutely gone unhinged here. And by the way, where's Joe? Joe Biden, he's been silent on the anti-Catholic bigotry. He's a Catholic. Doesn't he believe in religious liberty, choice, freedom? Where's Joe on stacking the Supreme Court? I don't want to answer that question. Why not, Joe? Trump answers every question. How about you answer one?
I don't know where Joe Biden is on any issue because he's been hiding in his basement. But the Democrats proved during the Kavanaugh hearings they'll do anything, including make things up, to try to block a good conservative who wants to do the right thing on the bench. And, you know, I think that this is another example of how the Democrats have no agenda. They simply want to disrupt America, and they're going to do it by, as you mentioned, Sean, trying to end the filibuster. They want to create 2 new states to try to get 4 new senators. They want to end the Electoral College. And it all begins with the Supreme Court in this election November, which, by the way, they're doing everything in their best to try to disrupt the integrity of our elections.
Well, I mean, at some point, does anybody, and Alan Dershowitz was great about this last week on my television show by saying there can't be a religious litmus test in this country. They can't.
No, Sean, absolutely right. That's a constitutional proscription. You cannot keep somebody out because they have a certain faith or religion, which is one of the reasons that Jamie and some of us others have been advocating that if Pelosi's going to disrupt this by trying to initiate new impeachment, she should be removed from office, her office as Speaker. So I think the Republicans have coalesced around that in the House.
Well, you got to wonder, and this is all at stake. All right, we continue our discussion with Freedom Caucus Chairman Andy Biggs, Congressman Arizona, and House Oversight Committee and Reform Ranking Member James Comer is with us from Kentucky. Kevin McCarthy has laid out what he's calling his commitments to America. He's saying all 435 Republican candidates, they're all of you are up for election every 2 years, have pledged and are signing a pledge as it relates to these commitments. Have both of you sign this? We'll start with you, Congressman Biggs. It's to restore our way of life with very specific issues, rebuild the economy, and renew the American dream. And again, a lot of subsections to all of that. 10 million new jobs, getting the vaccine and better therapeutics, protecting pre-existing conditions, you know, and it goes, but law and order and safety security is all part of it. Also upholding freedom of speech, religious liberty, the safeguarding the Second Amendment, defending the unborn, all of it's in there. Do you believe all 435 Republican candidates will sign this?
I think you'll get pretty close to all 435. Yes, I think so. We're pretty unified on this.
Have you signed it yourself, Chairman Biggs?
I haven't seen the actual signature sheet, but I've talked to Kevin McCarthy about it, so he knows where I stand. So when I see that magic paper, I'll sign it.
And Congressman Comer?
I will definitely sign it too. I mean, it just clearly shows that we have an agenda. We're laying it all out there. The Democrats, they have had 2 years to govern in the House, and all they focused on is trying to impeach the president and embarrass every single member of his administration.
Yeah. Well, look, this election means more than anything else. How do you see the Senate race going down? You're in Arizona. We desperately need to keep Martha McSally in Arizona. The president, it's according to polls, it's been close in Arizona for the president and for Martha McSally. How do you see those two races breaking down there, Congressman Biggs?
Well, Sean, I think what we're seeing is that the momentum has changed in the last 6 or 7 weeks. 7 weeks ago, I was very, very concerned. And I'm still concerned because it's so tight and so close, but it is now dead heat. But both of them, both Martha and President Trump, are actually up by a point or so, which had not been the case six weeks ago. So the momentum's in the right direction. I think if we can get through the deadline without as Jamie talked about, without the Democrats stealing the election or stealing ballots or committing fraud in the election, I think a fair and free election will have both of them as victorious when we get done with this.
And your take, how do you look at these Senate races as we look at, we got Joni Ernst up, we got Lindsey Graham up, we got Tillis up, we got Perdue up, Martha McSally's up, Susan Collins in Maine is up, we got the Alabama seat now. Hopefully that can be flipped back Republican. What's your take on the Senate, James Comer? And by the way, Mitch McConnell.
Well, I can tell you, here in Kentucky, McConnell's going to win by double digits. Kentucky's Trump country. With respect to the overall map, I think the Senate will remain Republican. I can see us definitely winning the Alabama seat, and worst case scenario, I think we lose 2 Republican seats, so that would still put us at 52. So I feel good about the Senate.
Yeah. All right. Well, these are important, pivotal, transformative times. 36 days, guys. There's a lot hanging in the balance here. I'll tell you that. Thank you, Congressman Biggs of Arizona. Thank you, Congressman James Comer, Kentucky.